Dr. Deborah Harrington, welcome to the programme.
Thank you very much.
You've just returned from Gaza. You are an OBGYN, and you went to treat women and children, I guess. What did you see there? Why did you even go?
I went because I've been to Gaza many times. I've been going since 2016 as part of a teaching group. I've never been in a conflict. I've never been in these circumstances. And what I saw was in Al-Aqsa, which is in the middle area, was a hospital that was overwhelmed. It was overwhelmed with numbers of inpatients. It was overwhelmed with emergencies, trauma cases coming in all the time, at a level that it simply wasn't set up to deal with. And it had swollen to massive numbers of patients, both inpatients, but also just displaced people. So there were thousands of people taking refuge in the areas around the hospital, in the hospital. Normally there are about 150 inpatients, and that had swelled, I think, while we were there, to about 600 to 700 inpatients, and then another 200 to 300 presenting through the emergency department every day.
So what did you notice most? Are they women, children, men, fighting age, fighters?
So I was expecting in some ways that this was a war situation, and therefore I was sort of anticipating that there were going to be perhaps young men, or all sorts of casualties, across the whole spectrum of society. But actually what I overwhelmingly saw was children. And on one day, I was thinking, this is New Year's Day, and there was one moment where I just looked at my watch, and it was about 2 p.m, and we had mass casualties coming in. And in fact, it was from a school shelter where there had been bombardment and blast, and we had mass casualties coming in. And I looked around the resus room, which is where all the sickest patients are taken. And out of the 5 patients in the resus room, 4 of them were children. One with an injury, with a horrendous injury, a shrapnel injury to the brain, weren't going to survive. And then the other children with horrendous mix of, open fractures, partial amputations, open chest wounds, horrendous lacerations from shrapnel to the sort of chest and head, and burns. And that was every day, looking around the emergency department. My overwhelming impression was, why are there so many children here? There were so many children.
And why were there so many children here?
I don't know, other than the bombardment. We were obviously taking casualties from the area immediately around the hospital, and they were coming in because those areas were being targeted, were being bombarded, sniper fire, shelling, and that's what we were seeing. And alongside the horrendous casualties, there were many people that came in dead, and some of the scenes I never expected to see. I mean, I thought I was really well prepared for this. I had thought about what I might see, but that struck me and will live with me forever.
Can I ask you